soon as it was morning, the chief priests held a consultation with the elders and the scribes and the whole council. And they bound Jesus, and they led him away, and they handed him over to Pilate. And Pilate asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" And Jesus answered, "You say so." So then the chief priests began to make all sorts of accusations against Jesus. And Pilate asked Jesus again, "Do you have nothing else to say? Do you not see all these charges they lay against you?" But Jesus said nothing else, and so Pilate was amazed.
Now, at that festival, Pilate had used to release for them a prisoner, one for whom they asked. And there was a man named Barabbas who had been arrested with the rebels who had committed murder during the insurrection. And as the crowd gathered, they asked Pilate to do what was his custom. And so Pilate said, "So would you wish for me to release to you the king of the Jews?" For he knew that it was out of jealousy that the chief priest had handed him over. And the chief priest incited the crowd to ask for Barabbas instead. And Pilate said, "Well, what should I do with the king of the Jews?" And they said, "Crucify him." And he said, "Why? What evil has he done?" And they shouted out even the more, "Crucify him." And so wanting to satisfy the crowd, Pilate released for them Barabbas, and then after having Jesus flogged, he handed him over to be crucified.
Then the soldiers led Jesus out into the courtyard of the palace, and they called together the whole cohort. And they clothed him in a purple cloak, and after twisting thorns into a crown, they laid it on his head. And they began saluting him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they struck his head with a reed, and they spat on him, and they knelt down in homage to him. And after they mocked him, they stripped him of the purple cloak, put his own clothes back on him, and led him out to crucify him.
They compelled a man who had just come in from the country to carry his cross. His name was Simon of Cyrene, the father of Alexander and Rufus. And then they took him to the place called Golgotha, which is also called the place of the skull. And they offered Jesus wine mixed with myrrh, but he didn't take it. And then they crucified him. And they divided his clothes among them, casting lots to decide who would take what.
It was 9:00 in the morning when they crucified him. The inscription of the charge against him read, "The King of the Jews." Now they also crucified with him two bandits, one on his right and one on his left. And as the people passed by, they derided him, saying, "You who would destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days, save yourself. Come down off that cross." And in the same way, the high priests and all the scribes were mocking him amongst themselves, saying, "He saved others. He cannot save himself. Let the Messiah, the King of Israel, come down off that cross now, so that we may see and believe." The other two who were crucified with him taunted him also.
Now, what